What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. Today we're getting absolutely destroyed by Papa John's Drivatar. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. Today we're going to be taking a look at my controller settings, because I've actually been posting a whole bunch of videos, a whole bunch of tunes here on the channel, and I've had a bunch of requests for me to show my settings. So before we go drifting, we're going to hit a couple more drift zones today. I do want to show you guys what we're working with as far as settings. So we're going to head on into here. Now, the first thing that we're going to want to look at, guys, is actually going to be in the difficulty section before we even head on down to controls. I'm exposing myself here. My Drivatar difficulty is on expert. It's not on pro or unbeatable. I like to win and make money, so that's why it's on expert. That has nothing to do with how cars handle, though. Our driving assists do. So braking, we have anti-lock off. This is huge for drifting, guys. You do not want ABS helping you to slow down when you're trying to drift. If you want to lock up your wheels in a drift, you want to lock up the wheels, so you don't want any ABS messing with that. Steering is going to probably be the most debatable setting out of all of this. I use simulation. Personally, I don't think beginners should. I think you should probably start off with the standard or the assisted mode, or not assisted. Standard and assisted are different. If you're new, start with standard. If you're getting really comfortable and you feel like you might need a little bit more control, simulation could be good for you, but make sure you're ready to handle it. I'm going to show you guys the differences between the steering modes while we're driving, so I'm going to leave it. Actually, I'm going to turn it back to standard for now, but just know for me, I like simulation a little better. I think it provides a little bit more control. Traction control is going to be off for the same reason ABS is off, guys. If we want the wheels to spin, we want the wheels to spin, so we don't want the car doing any funny business to try and help it grip up. Stability control off once again, same reason, guys. And then our shifting, this is huge, manual with clutch. The clutch kick is a huge tool in any drifter's arsenal, and honestly, I think it's kind of silly to even try drifting without it. I think you guys definitely want to get used to shifting with the clutch, especially in this game. Other games like Car X, you can be pretty smooth and swing it around without it, but I really do think the clutch is an essential tool for drifting on Horizon. Driving lens off for me too, guys, honestly, just because I don't love how it looks. I'd rather kind of immerse myself in the game and have it look a little bit more real, so I don't run a driving line either. Damage is none, because honestly, I always crash and can't handle looking at a tin can crumpled up on my screen. And rewind is on, because I always crash and sometimes need to back up. We are going to save these settings, guys. I am going to run on standard for just a second before we go back to simulation. I'm going to show you guys controls up next. Our input mapping is completely default. I haven't changed a single thing about it. We have advanced controls here too, guys. Again, nothing really has changed. We got vibration on, switch gears off, switch e-brake off, switch look off. Invert vertical is off too. Anna really has nothing to do with driving. Same thing with horn and photo. Mouse free look is on, and then here are all of our settings for our acceleration, steering, and all of that. I left all of this stock for controller driving. All right, guys, so we are starting off here in our controller tune Mark IV. Now, this is my absolute favorite car to drive here on controller. Now, we started with our steering assist on standard, and I think you guys will be able to tell it's pretty smooth this way, and I definitely recommend you guys start with standard steering, especially if you guys are beginners. Now, I will say, like right there, I went a little bit wide, I think, because of it. It does feel a little numb, but it's really nice if you guys are starting out. This is some pretty nice drift zone, man. That was a lot of fun. But it is really nice if you guys are starting out, because it'll help kind of keep the car from snap oversteering. So if that's a problem you guys are finding, especially if you're using sim steering, that the car is snapping around on you and oversteering and spinning out, then I would definitely recommend switching over to the assisted steering, not the assisted steering, but the standard steering. And you guys will find that it definitely helps you keep the nose of the car a little bit more controlled and a little bit smoother. Now the trade-off is, you guys will see, hold on, let me swap back over to simulation for the run back. Simulation feels like a lot more of a direct and I guess kind of twitchy or maybe like touchy feel, but that's really nice when you get to a more advanced level of driving, because then there are going to be moments where you do want to swing the car around quickly and you want it to transition fast, and so that's why I personally do like sim steering. Now I'm going to kind of wiggle my stick so you guys can kind of see the car's wiggling around just a little bit more, and that's kind of the effect that sim steering is going to have. Big handbrake drag there. So I would say that if you guys are using sim steering, it's definitely helpful to learn to roll the sticks a little bit more too, and it'll help you smoothen it out. Now the big payoff is, you guys could kind of see it there, the nose dips in more aggressively. I don't even have the drift zone going, I just noticed. The traffic wasn't ghosted out for me, but you guys will see it's a little bit more direct and responsive as far as being able to steer. However, if I go a little too much with the steering, I'm gonna try and do it down here. It's easier for the car to go around like that on sim steering, so make sure you guys are cognizant of that. If you do decide to use the sim steering, you're going to want to stay aware that that's a possibility, and make sure that you're being nice and gentle on your steering. So that setting, definitely something that you guys are going to want to keep in mind. Can change depending on your skill level, but I personally do like sim steering a lot. Alright guys, made it to drift zone number 2. Let's see if we can get a 3-star here on our first attempt. I think we should be able to. Like I said, this Mark IV, absolute champ. Definitely my favorite controller tune. I probably should have thrown it a lot earlier there, but I think we'll be okay. 3 stars is pretty easy to get in this game, all things considered. I think it's more fun, honestly, just to go after some of the high scores on the leaderboard, but I don't even want to know what the scores are like on this one. It definitely takes practice to get, at least for me, it takes practice anyway to get better scores than some of the guys up top. So I can't just like run a drift zone once and be up there. So you got to learn each corner individually. So let's see, 114. I actually think I saw a slab train video of him ripping around here too. I don't even know what he was getting for scores, but there we go, guys. Another 3-star. Like I said, it's kind of cake. It's not that hard in this game, but we're gonna run it back the other way. I forget. Oh, I didn't even see who that was. We're gonna run it one more time the other way because we're here. We might as well see if we can beat that PB. I saw 116 above us on the leaderboard, so let's see if we can do a solid 120 at least. We should be able to. We had a pretty junk entry on our first run, but I really like this drift zone. I like it a lot. Is that a fast travel board too? I should definitely go back and grab that because I'm gonna want to fast travel here. I think there's a house that makes all the fast travel unlocked in like the whole game, and I need that. All right, there's our 120, almost 130. That drift zone's a lot of fun. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna spin it around and kind of like run it one more time, grab that fast travel board just because I'm enjoying it. Gotta get that fast travel board. Ooh, ooh, oh no. Well, can we get back on the, no, no, no. Let me out, climb it. You got it, Supra. You got it, dude, come on. Alright guys, here we are coming up on drift zone number 3. We're on the good old mountain run, the volcano run. We're gonna give this thing a nice big entry. Should be able to 3-star it pretty easily. I know this road pretty well, so no excuses out here. Right now in the Mark IV, getting that 3-star. Should have a nice clean run through this drift zone. I think this is a longer drift zone, if I remember correctly. I think I saw someone driving it on YouTube recently. I do believe it's a longer one, but we got this car ripping, we got our controls all set up. Sim steering's working really well for me, especially out here, where I can kind of point and direct the nose, whether I'm extending, transitioning, or maybe even correcting if I have to. So I definitely recommend, once again guys, if you're just starting out, you might want to use the standard steering, but if you guys are feeling like you're getting really good at drifting and want to try out Sim, give it a shot. I know it's probably not for everyone. I think there's lots of good drifters who, at least drifters that I know, that like to stick with standard. You know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. We lost some points there, dropped a wheel. Also, it looks like the tire smoke's darker all of a sudden. Is that a thing? Is that true? Or is that just the road? I don't know. All in all, guys, we're doing pretty good. This is super sad. This is a long run. This is a very long run. We're up at over 300,000 points already. So definitely a longer run than the one we were doing yesterday in the SC300, which if you guys haven't checked that out, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Make sure you guys check out that video. We're gonna do a challenge here on the NTNS channel. 580 horsepower or less, 400,000 points in that drift zone from yesterday. So if you guys can beat it, let me know. All right, somehow I literally ran out of hard drive space for recording this. I was able to clear out some space and keep the drift zone going. Perks of being on single player, I suppose. But anyway, we're gonna keep this thing going, see how many points we get. It's still our first run. Somehow we were able to save it. I was super bummed out. I was like, it's not gonna actually be my first run in the video now. I'm gonna have to go back to the start and like fake it. But no, this is actually still our first run. Raking up the points. This is such a long zone. It's nice seeing those high numbers, man. Kind of reminds me of Fortune Island a little bit. Cause you had that big old drift zone, dude. You'd be ripping. I think my high score on that one was 400,000 too. But this is a really good first run, and I'm glad they made this all a drift zone. I'm curious to see what kind of points we see on the leaderboard. I bet you there's million point runs. Do people still do crazy like sim steering, the all-wheel drive setups too? Because that stuff used to be absolutely broken for getting points. Because you go so fast and you get so much angle that it's a little bit unfair, man. That was definitely the way to get points runs in Horizon 4. At least the best ones. This is such a long zone, dude. Coming down, 800,000. Is this our last corner? I think this might be the last corner of the zone. Guys are seeing a little bit of that sim steering twitch out of me right now. Just trying to keep the points up. Try and go a little wider with it. Oh, a little too wide. Oh no, that was not our last corner. We got a couple more here. There's definitely, all right, we're gonna hit this backwards and we're gonna get a million point run downhill. No question. All right, million points, volcano run, drift zone number 1. Here we go, first downhill run, million points. Let's get it. Let's do it. We're about to get the 1,000,000-point run. Someone teach me how to link that section. I can't get that section in any car. But we're about to do it, dude. Let's go. Even though I was straight for like 3 minutes in the grass there, we'll be all right. We got more speed, more momentum, and should have a little bit more angle coming downhill too. We got a Drivatar cruising with us. Can you get out of my way, Mr. Mello? Damn, dude. I mean, I know it's not you. I don't even know who that is, but I know it's a Drivatar, but crying out loud. Scoot, dude. All right, here we go. Here we go. Back on track. And this too, I should mention, this is a good point to mention the clutch kick. So this section in particular is hugely benefited from having a good clutch kick and being able to change directions and change momentum. And right here, clutch kick out, clutch kick in. Bam, that's how I get that big flick. So that's why you definitely want to learn how to drive manual with clutch, because that is just not as effective if you're just using the throttle to do that. The clutch kick definitely, like, think about what the clutch is actually doing, right? It's separating the engine from the drive, like from the transmission, right? And then when you re-engage it, the transmission is going to put all that power immediately back down to the wheels. And then you're going to get a big snap. I'm sorry, I'm getting quiet. I'm trying to keep the car from flying off the side of the mountain. But you're going to get a big snap when all that power goes back to the wheels at once, versus just laying into the throttle. You know, going from zero throttle to full throttle it'll give you a good jolt, but it's not the same as just dumping a clutch and going like immediately from zero to full, right? And so I definitely recommend, guys, getting comfortable with that manual with clutch setting too. It's huge. It's huge. Here we go. Really good corner there. Starting to feel better. I feel like maybe my first couple runs weren't the best. I still have a little bit of like a warm-up period on Forza. I'm just not good enough to hop on and crush it yet, but we're getting better. I feel like each and every video, you know, the drifting's getting better, the tunes are kind of getting better. I still think this is the best tune. Why was I in third gear? I need to stop talking and focus and drive, honestly. But I do think this is still my favorite controller tune. Just kind of stumbled into a car and a setup that feels absolutely stellar for me. So I think the next couple controller tunes I do, I'll probably base off of this tune and try and get them feeling pretty similar, because this is just absolutely cracked. It's so much fun. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to do a mill, even though this has been honestly a pretty junk run. I bet you it'll still do 1,000,000 points. Let's go. Actually, it might not. We might barely make it. This is gonna be close. This is gonna be really close. Oh no. No, I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. We got the millie, boys. Let's go. Let's go. All right. 1,026,000. New PV, 3 stars, second run, first run downhill. Honestly, kind of a junk run. The driving definitely was not the best today, guys, but if you made it this far, I genuinely appreciate it. Real quick, I do want to remind you guys, I've been kind of like forgetting to say this, but we do have a Twitch channel and we have a Discord as well. All the information is always in the description down below. If you guys enjoy the videos and you want to hang out more, make sure you guys are followed on Twitch. Make sure you guys are in the Discord. I add everyone every time I post a video and every time I go live in the Discord, and the Twitch hangs are always the most fun. I have a ton of open lobbies. We host drift comps as well. So yeah, I just wanted to give a quick plug for all of that before you end the video. But guys, again, if you made it this far, I genuinely appreciate it. If you did enjoy the video or found it useful at all, feel free to leave a like down below, subscribe for more just like it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.